once again for being here. So as Book Circle Capital, we're a bookshop that focuses on African literature. We've been around for a little over 5 years now, and we're so honored to have you here today. This book has been doing well at Book Circle Capital. If you understand the value chain of books in South Africa in the big main stores, your book launches within 3 months, they take it back. Actually, the big stores take it back to the warehouse. That's not our model. We don't think there's an expiry date to our stories, and that's why we've continued to stock this book. What do you think it is, Zoleka, that this book 10 years later, because April this year marks 10 years, because 2013, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So marks 10 years of this book. What makes you think that this book continues to resonate with people like this?
I think a lot of women, from what I've gathered, resonate with my story.
Yeah.
And I say this a lot to everyone I meet, to people I talk to, that my story is literally every other woman's story.
Yeah.
The only difference is that I've been offered, I guess, more opportunities in public spaces and within platforms such as this to be the voice, I guess, in many ways, and women aren't able to share their stories.
Yeah, beautiful. Looking back, because the book, those who've read the book, you were honest, you were open about a lot about your life.
Yeah.
Looking back, is there anything that you would have wanted to take out? Is there anything that you wish you would have said differently?
Well, initially when I started writing the book, so I wrote the book within 5 months, and I wrote it in between chemotherapy treatments. Initially, I wanted to just kind of talk about my journey with cancer.
Yeah.
And that's when I had a change of heart and mind after discussion with my editor at the time, who was like, I think you should talk about everything else.
Yeah.
You know, the very difficult parts about, the loss of both your children. I didn't get as far as actually detailing my experiences with physical and sexual abuse as a young child and a teenager, which I'm looking to do with the second book that I'm writing. Yes, there is a second book.
Because it was a question down the line.
So I have decided recently to go on, and unfortunately enough, because I'm so blessed, I'm going on a birthday holiday destination situation where I'm going to be myself, by myself, in a bikini or two, in the water. Because it's something I've always wanted to do, because I've literally been having kids since the age of 3, so I've never traveled alone in my entire life. I get to have a bed all by myself.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, like
no one biting you. I just saw the other day, your youngest baby bit you on the face. Why is it so important for you to document so much? Which is, even here, I could see that you document a lot. Even in the book, you talk about writing in your diary. Why is it important? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Because I don't want to be forgotten. I don't want my kids to forget the work I've done, the lives I've impacted. But I try not to focus too much on that, because I've been given such an amazing opportunity to tell my story. And I don't think there are many women who have that opportunity. And so I'm doing that with the book. I'm doing that with the YouTube channel.
Yes.
And really, I think it's so empowering, especially for me, who's first never felt like, for a very long time, growing up in those conditions, and I've never amounted to anything. I never thought I would even live to see the age of 30, and I'm turning 43 tomorrow. Because I have such an amazing support structure, and this is what I continue saying to people, is that I'm here today because I've had the most amazing support. And I've had it for the longest time, from when I left rehab, in 2010. After suffering a psychotic abuse, a drug-induced psychotic abuse. We had been hospitalized for attempted suicide. And you know, I'm just in a place where I'm just like, you know, I want to focus on the positive things. I want to focus on the fact that, oh my God, you know, there's one thing that no one in this world can take away from me, and that is I'm a damn good mother.
Yeah.
I'm the exact mother I've always wanted to be.
Wow.
And I am so blessed that I have been given the time.
Yeah.
And that, you know, and the space to do that, and that even to this day, after having so many kids, I'm actually still learning. My kids teach me every day how to be the best version of a mother, and I'm just so grateful for that. My encounter now with living with terminal cancer is I've become so impatient, and I think the impatience comes from, I guess, in many ways, feeling like I'm running out of time, and I haven't had enough time to prepare my son for the world.
Yeah.
Because I've been such a bad mother to him, I feel like I've coddled him so much, you know, and I just feel like, so when I kind of want to now kind of change the dynamic in the relationship or try and instill something in him, it's at my pace and it's a bit unfair.
Yes, I see.
But on the brighter side of it, there's therapy. You know, therapists they know that. That's how the news was broken to my kids. I took them to my therapist of 13 years, and she told them, you know, this is what your mother's going through. It's the third time. You know, she's been diagnosed before. And I think, I mean, it's sad. It makes me sad that my kids have to be this resilient. But at the same time, in focusing on the positive things, my kids are thriving.
It's good.
And my main concern has always been ensuring that nothing changes in terms of how I mother my kids and the dynamic in the family. That has to be an environment where my kids are able to grow, to learn love, to learn forgiveness, hope. And I feel like they're dealing with it, for lack of a better word, because mom's okay. But I'm honest when I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And so they know today is a difficult day. I can't walk today, I'm using a cane, my legs are sore, you know, all this, that, and the other.
Work therapy is a lot part of it. I mean, I like that you're saying 13 years because it's not like there's an expiry date. You don't
And there's
get
nothing
to
wrong with
this.
therapy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but my therapist is always right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there are things I think are very easily, I can easily deal with. For instance, I was talking about it in the interview that people seem to neglect the fact that being clean and sober is not just about putting down the drink and not snorting the line of cocaine. It's unlearning those bad behaviors.
Yeah.
You know, I have behaviors that I'm struggling with, especially when it comes to, for instance, my relationship with men and having daddy issues. So, you know, it's things like that, and so I take things like that to therapy. I resolved issues I have with my dearly departed mom and my gran, and not having a relationship with my dad, and those are things that I have to deal with. And I'm learning in therapy that you have to find, well, I'm forced to actually find healthier ways to deal with it as opposed to drinking and smoking and all that. And so.
And what are those healthier ways that you're now diverting to?
Well, one, I shouldn't be in a relationship.
Ever?
I fall pregnant.
I know.
And then when I then decided that I was going to actually do the birth control.
Yeah.
So the problem is I can't do, for instance, anything that has estrogen because estrogen accelerates the rates, the rate at which the cancer cells grow in your body. And pregnancy is actually one thing that I think is a catalyst for the cancer. Because
You're right about that, actually.
Yeah, because we know the connection with weight gain, for instance, and pregnancy on someone who is a survivor of cancer or someone living with cancer.
Yeah.
But as far as relationships are involved and that kind of thing, she called it, my therapist called it being a love addict.
Yeah.
So you just love the excitement of being loved, and then I'm bored.
Yes.
And I'm bored, and then we're done. And then let's keep it moving.
We were on the point about the positive things that you do on those behaviors. So number one was not being in a relationship. Then we saw
I'm currently on a dating site.
Okay.
But I've been given strict instructions to focus on the present. Don't fantasize. Don't do anything you're gonna regret.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm dating.
No, I watched your interview with
dating.
Papa Seka. You spoke, and at least his own age. You said that, and
I got bored, so we broke up.
No.
We moved on. We're done there. That's obvious.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Healthy things.
Healthy
that
things,
divert your yeah.
So there's a dancing now.
Nice.
I do dance. I do kizomba. I've always wanted to do kizomba.
Okay. Here you are. You love that feeling of being loved,
Yeah.
having a companion, and then when you're in it, they say you can't surrender.
Mm-hmm.
How do you reconcile?
No, but I do surrender. I've always thought of myself as a wife. I've tried it. I've loved being a wife, but I was in a marriage with a man who was single and a bachelor, but who had wife privileges.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a come home. I love cooking for you. Yes, I'll even have your shoes ready for you when you're about to leave work. I used to iron his clothes, cook his food. I even went as far as going to his sister's house so that she could teach me how to cook for him.
Wow.
You know? But my issue is the men that I tend to kind of gravitate to don't reciprocate.
Yeah.
And I think one of my issues is it's always broken souls. There's a common thread. Yeah.
One of your hashtags is terminally free, which you use a lot on your stuff, and you've announced that the cancer is back. How are you coping?
Well, again, it's all about really. It's all about finding beauty and being grateful. My whole thing is, I guess, the bigger part of it is reminding myself and those on the journey that even with an expected death, that you can still live. I'm going to live my life to the fullest.
Yeah.
I'm going to do whatever it is that I can do to make sure that my kids are good. So I'm having these conversations that I think, again, a lot of people don't talk about because it's too morbid, right?
Yeah.
It's too morbid. We don't want to talk about what happens in the final days.
Yes.
Where do you want to be? What do you want to happen with your kids? And it's annoying, I think, also to my siblings and my kids because it's constantly camera in the face.
Yes.
And I'm always writing. I've got my dictaphone and I'm writing, and then I'm also, writing about what exactly I want. This is the person that I want to give me my final bath, and then this person's going to take me to the mortuary. My siblings are going to do this, that, and the other, and I think that's in a way has been comforting. It sounds very selfish because, can you imagine what kind of emotions that they're having to deal with, my siblings, and especially the queenship. But I feel like I don't want to ever have to burden them because we all know how funerals work and how deaths work,
Yeah.
Did we honor that person properly? Did we do the right thing?
Would she have wanted this?
Would she have wanted this? So I know what they're gonna wear. I know that at the after tears, this is a song you're playing. I want you guys to do this. Let's do, so it's all there and it's all being documented literally on a daily basis.
That is hard though. But none of us know when we're going to go. So in as much as you know, some of us might not even make it to tomorrow. So I think I applaud you. I know you're not doing it for applause, but I applaud you for bringing this to light. That let's talk about that. Let's talk about what happens afterwards.
Yeah.
One of my other jobs on the side is I work for an insurance company. We talk about what's going to happen with what money is where.
Exactly, and money is a big thing too.
Yeah.
Money is a very big feature, and it's something that I want to address on the the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because it's just not affordable.
Yeah.
It's not affordable, and even if you have money, it's
Yes.
expensive. My treatment, for instance, is 26,000 a treatment. And then after each treatment would be a scan, a CT scan, MRI, and then those hidden costs.
Yes.
You know, the medication you're taking for your side effects. And then I don't have financial help for my children.
Yes.
So I'm taking care of my kids, I mean, as far as their fathers are concerned, you know. And that's where my family comes in.
Yeah.
That's where my family comes in, and I'm the reason why people are just like, but you're smiling, you're good, whatever. I'm like, let me tell you something. My riches are my family.
Yeah.
They're my friends. I would want my story, my journey, my parting, whatever it is that I share with someone, the lessons that they learned from me, to be that very same support that I received from my family and my loved ones and my friends. Yeah.
Is there a specific section in the book that you would love to read?
We can do the first page. My mother. My mother, Zinzi, is the second daughter of Nelson Mandela and Nomzamo Winfred Madikizela Mandela. My grandfather, Nelson Mandela, was one of the founding members of Umkhonto weSizwe when it formed in 1961, at a time when the African National Congress was banned under apartheid. By the late 1970s, my grandmother, Nomzamo, known to others as Winnie, was using my father to pose as her driver while she trained him to recruit MK comrades. My father would hide and transport military weapons as he moved between Swaziland, Botswana, and Lesotho. To say I was born in the thick of it is an understatement.
And your relationship with your mom, you go into it a little bit. There's a section when you came back from rehab, after you came back from Houghton, and you were told you can't go back home because you need to. Well, with any addiction, you can't go back to a place where
it's not safe.
So then you had to have this conversation with your mom. So, and you talk about the difficult relationship with her. How do you reconcile it now?
I don't. And I think my biggest regret was Mom and I never, I guess, ever ironed out our issues. For lack of a better word, and I think I took for granted the fact that I thought it would be the normal dynamic. We fight and then we don't talk and then we talk. And I would want, with my relationship with my mom, my relationship with addiction, my relationship with men, everything that I write about, I document, I talk about, I'd want that to be a lesson for everyone, that you can make better choices in your life. You can have a better relationship, you know, with people that you don't have that are not, because life is so short. Life is so short, you know, and so I'd want them to at least be able to kind of remember me that for.
Wonderful, and I think it's a message for all of us, whether you have a chronic disease or not, to not put things on ice, because none of us know what tomorrow brings for us. As you were talking, I'm like, are there family members or people close to you that also feel like you share too much?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. I get it a lot. Yeah. But I know what I'm doing. I cannot be silenced if I'm using my story to better the lives of others who are going through what I'm going through. That is non-negotiable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So I first encountered you in an interview with Anele on 30 Talk. And that's when I fell in love with you. I bought your book and I read it within 3 days, I think. And I did like a YouTube review. And every time he did lives, I'm like, Zoleka, did you see my YouTube video? He said, please send me on my Gmail. Here's my Gmail account. And I'm still waiting for you to watch that video. I just wanted to say thank you. And I also want to say thank you to Suela. I'm even shaking now. Suela, thank you for this opportunity. I've been waiting for 2 years to see you, to meet you, and to say, your book is hope. You gave us hope. When I read that book, I'm like, if she can do it, out of everything she's encountered, then why can't I do it? And I really thank you for every step you're taking. Whatever step you're taking for all of us. Someone is looking at you and is like, I can't wake up. But if Zoleka, who knows her future, can do this, then today I can wake up and choose to leave. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it too. Thank you.
I just commend you. I'm so gobsmacked. It's like I can just jump and scream like, oh, thank you so much.
I don't think you've ever received or ready to receive a sorry. We are so sorry for everybody that's ever wronged you. We are so sorry for every grief that you've ever went through. I personally, one thing that you've truly inspired me about is men, we move. You know, it's okay. We move, you know, and I'll assure you of something. We'll never ever forget you.
Yes.
Umama really multiplied. You're going to tripleply.
Yeah.
We'll never ever forget you.
Thank you to everyone for their comments. Nonzola earlier on managed to thank a lot of the stakeholders. Maybe the people we missed in the room are those that have come here to join us today. So I'd like all of you to give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you for being with my sister, someone I love. Thank you for making this particular occasion memorable for her. Many things that were said, in fact, I was quite emotional as they were being said. I couldn't have said them better, so I thank you for those words. They were not only emotional, but they were just encouraging, they were fortifying also. I hope we can all take, a memory with us from this particular occasion that will not be forgotten and that we can pass on to others. Thank you.